Watch this spreadsheet build itself. When we learn about money, we are taught to treat it like a cold, rigid science. We look at return on investment, formulas, and strict calculations, assuming financial success is simply a matter of getting the math right. But if it is all just math, why do millions of people routinely dump their life savings the moment the market dips, or max out credit cards on things they clearly cannot afford? Humans routinely do absolutely bizarre things with their cash, yet, strangely enough, almost no one is actually acting crazy. True financial choices almost never happen in front of a calculator. They happen around dinner tables. They are driven by hidden, deeply human variables like personal pride, fear of missing out, and our own unique histories. If you want to figure out why someone succeeds or fails with their investments, you have to stop staring at their bank account. You have to investigate their past. We are all shaped by a process called generational imprinting. The specific economic environment you happen to survive during your teens and 20s anchors your baseline assumptions about risk. This chart shows the aggressive, exponential upward trend of the S&P 500 during the 1980s and 90s. If you were born in 1970, you watched the market grow tenfold while coming of age. That specific timeline hardwired you with a proactive, optimistic mindset about investing. But look what happens when we shift that timeline back. If you were born in 1950, your formative years featured a totally flat, stagnant market. That lack of growth breeds a lifelong, deep-seated skepticism toward Wall Street. Or consider someone born in 1960. Their primary traumatic memory was severe inflation, where prices at the gas pump skyrocketed, altering their perception of what a dollar is actually worth for decades. These historical snapshots create mental models that make otherwise baffling financial choices feel rational. A decision might look reckless to an outsider, but it often aligns perfectly with the data a person has seen with their own eyes. So when individuals from different generations argue about how to handle savings, they aren't actually debating the math. They're debating their entirely different lived experiences. These massive economic shifts are only half the story. To see how highly specific this gets, we have to zoom in to a single high school in Seattle in 1968. Out of 300 million high school students in the world, only 300 attended Lakeside School, the only high school on Earth that leased a machine like this. This literal 1 in a million stroke of luck gave a teenager named Bill Gates early access to highly advanced computing. That specific, unrepeatable advantage gave young Bill Gates the exact head start required to eventually build the Microsoft empire. That there is a hidden inverse to luck, and that is risk. Gates had a peer named Kent Evans, a student who was equally brilliant and visionary. Yet Evans' life was cut short by a 1 in a million mountaineering accident before he even graduated. Success and failure are heavily dictated by these unpredictable encounters with luck and risk. Because of that, no single mathematical path to wealth can ever be perfectly replicated by someone else. Because we are taught to view money as a math problem, we constantly try to cheat the system. We want the highest possible financial reward without having to pay the necessary emotional price, like expecting to reach the peak without the exhausting climb. Volatility is the admission fee. When the market dips, the fear and uncertainty you feel represent the standard price tag attached to higher long-term returns. Once you accept this emotional tax as mandatory, those red numbers on the screen look like a bill you have to pay to get to the next level. This admission ticket is what separates those who build wealth from those who panic and walk away. This highlights the massive gap between being rich and being wealthy. Being rich is spending money to show off today. Being wealthy is the hidden assets you haven't spent, and that requires immense behavioral restraint. Mastering the psychology of money means giving up the illusion that you can solve an equation to reach the biggest number. It means managing your own behavior, practicing restraint, and using your assets to buy the highest dividend of all: absolute, unrestricted control over your own time.